Disney is one of the most influential animation studios. Walt Disney Studios, as it used to be called, brought memorable films when action accompanied it. Walt Disney considered the studio as a leader. On the way, he chose with friends to along during the studio. His anime worked hard to bring cartoons to life. No one thought the anime would cause just changes to the studio well-being. This led to during the 1900s, many who were found better working conditions. Because of this, they would join unions. The thing was, leaders that allowed the workers to join unions. Things got out of hand when many were right against it. It wasn't until Franklin Roosevelt signed the Wage Act in 1935, as pure joy resulted for workers to declare their unions, where this time no one could stop them. Around some time, Walt Disney Studio released his first long film, Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs, which gained success. The film was successful thanks to the animators, musicians, etc. who contributed to it. As for the animators who played a big part of it was a big disappointment, because it's a promise. He promised bonuses to his animators if they worked hard for the film. Instead, the money was for the working environment, as by making the place much grander and new changes for the place. Bill Menendez was one of these animators to talk about the cause of the strike. In this interview, he talks about the working environment.
Now we move to the valley, where things are very opulent. Beautiful new desks, beautiful new building. We couldn't put push pins into the walls. A lot of things like that. And we resented that.
The outcome made it Disney animator during the Speed Cartoonist Guild. A union member stands for in 1935. It was a chance for Disney animators to come forward and to talk to other animators about working rights. The wages were top animators could receive up to $500 a week, while the average animator may only have to make $12 a week. Besides working hours, less breaks, and mandatory work on Saturdays, work conditions could also make a big part. After all, who could stop them all? Walt Disney was the first to answer that. He used to prove his co-worker continued with union activities. The designers disagreed. It got to the point that animators were meeting secrets so Walt Disney wanted to know their plan. Eventually, he found out, much as happy as he could be. This is Walt Disney fired Art Bambi, who could sue the unions, as well as being Walt's most trusted friend and highest-paid animator to the studio, and thus the leader of the strike. 3 days later, on May 29, 1941, the Disney animator strike took effect. Art Bambi organized it before Walt Disney drove to his studio. Instead of the co-workers for a coming project, he saw a crowd of about 334 people, not dressed up or with signed out Disney characters against him. The same considered family are not partaking in the strike against him for working rights. Art Bambi was seen picketing and giving speeches to motivate others to participate. As Art Bambi told a daily worker, "We represent a majority of the cartoonists in the studio. We demand recognition of our fuel in a closed-shop contract. We demand wage adjustments and a betterment of working conditions. We want our bonuses previously promised but not paid. We want to get the accompaniment off our necks every time we turn around." Disney is not the only animation studio to strike. In 1937, Fleischer Studio, best known for Popeye and Betty Boop, strike for union activities. It ended until the studio made a contract, considering the situation. Around 4 months passed and the Disney strike ended. Disney still came to the union activities, and although that happened, he felt heartbroken by the trusted workers, who he considered family. He couldn't let that happen again. To the animators who participated, some of them were fired, while others quitted. It is easy to say that Walt Disney couldn't forgive his ex-workers. The strike eventually became known, because without the strike, the UPAC and its influence upon world animation would not have occurred. Since the company was formed primarily by ex-Disney unionists, they did not become successful in their own time. One example is Bill Menendez, who crafted the strike, and is known for being director of Charlie Brown's Christmas and The Great Pumpkin, as well as in Snoopy. Another example is Chuck Jones, known for his work on Warner Brothers as cartoonist Looney Tunes and Merry Men of These. Disney is worth $163 billion, making it the most valuable studio at this moment, and it has done beyond we could imagine. 75 years passed, and the strike was once forgotten, but not too many who still remember it. As what Admin Amin said, as we honor sacrifices of the brave women and men who improve workplace conditions for themselves and tend thousands of artists who followed them, we must recognize that there's a planet of work to do and that improving the industrial welfare is a shared responsibility passed from one generation to the next.